No words. Jacks.
Hey.
Hey.
You want to show him? Hey, this one. Jackson. Well, I know you want this one, buddy. Let's change it. Let's change it. Let go. Let go. Hey, let go. Let go. Let
Yes,
go.
you drop it.
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Jax. Drop it. Drop it. I'm not even tugging. Drop it. Drop it.
Jacks, drop it. Hey.
Hey. Drop it. Play with this. Play with that one. No. 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 Play with that one. No. You got the other toy. You got the other toy.
Jacks, come here. Give him one of those pig ears. The big clear bag. Jack, sit. Good boy.
Just because you're really bad. That's the only thing you listen to.
That'll shut him up for a while.
Alright, go. Damn, it's already 6:29. You got here earlier.
I hope this
We
is
on?
good. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Perfect. Good morning. Hello. Let's just dive into it. We only have a few seconds till the market opens. Top watches RDBX for continuation of the breakout. It's holding right above previous high of day. So if this could keep holding up, I think we could get a push to 5. So we'll see what happens there. EVOK, top percent gainer pre-market up on FDA news, accepting one of its drugs passing. Yeah, that one's a waiting game for pre-market high break, open price play, maybe depending how it sets up. It's already up a lot, so I'm not even worried about missing it. But it's gonna be a multi-day bounce play in a couple of days, so that's good to see. It's already up a lot to do that, so we'll be eyeing it for that. But for now, it's kind of just a waiting game. It's up a lot. I haven't seen many plays like this continue in this market, so we'll see how that turns out. What else we got? I was looking at JZXN and GMDA earlier. They're on my watch list. Probably not gonna really watch them anymore. GMDA could be a potential open price play to in VWAP hold to test the high 3s, low 4s, where there's resistance from earlier in pre-market. It's just waiting around. Sky Age, what are you doing? Open up. Let's still kind of wait for previous high daybreak. ATER. That's another top play from the watch list as well. Looking for a potential to test the sixes, low sixes. If it had a previous high day break over 520, gapped up nicely. Now we're holding, and it looks like it wants to start taking off from now. We'll see how it sets up. Still only been 2 minutes, so let everything develop. It's still pretty early. DVX came back. We'll see how it holds up around this area. If it creates range, starts making higher lows throughout the day. But for now, this is not looking good. See how it bounces. A speculative play that I also am interested in is CRXT. This thing is a setup for a multi-day bounce. It did have a nasty offering yesterday, which is why it just tanked pre-market. But I think if it fails to continue lower, we might get a reversal of a quick 10-15%, enough to just profit. It might run more, but that's something to maybe keep an eye on. A little speculative because just the bad news. Maybe it might have killed the play. But shorts are definitely in this, but they're probably holding on a lot tighter than I could imagine with such bad news. So we'll see what happens, but that is something to keep an eye on if you're willing to trade or learn from it. There's that. Let's see here. Try to hold up. SkyH, solid push. Going right back to previous high day pretty much. A little bit off of it. But that's been doing some solid volume the past few days. This thing might be one of those shorts just give up and it takes off from the low 11s to the 15 area. Going back to day high here. Yeah, what's up, buddy?
It's only been 6 minutes.
So really early. I don't need to force anything, be trigger happy or anything. Just let plays develop. And at some point today, we'll definitely get a squeezer. If it
We'll
happens
find
where
an
you
angle.
get a slow day, but lately we've been getting at least a play day.
Now we just gotta wait and see what that play is gonna be. is how it's setting
Yeah.
up right now. And part of me wants to take a starter.
We'll see if it uses resistance. Might be choppy around there. Going into the 11s. But probably when it confirms the 11s, I think we'll just rip. Right now, good volume is taking off. Get some solid action here. I'm switching up a little bit higher.
There we go.
That was annoying. That was a good call yesterday too. For the watch list, just didn't play it. That was a nice previous high day break.
Oh, that
Resets up
volume
again.
coming in. It's really having a hard time though.
Yeah, looks like we're getting squeezed down. See if it keeps holding up. Still got time. JCXN. That's way off the highs. Did have a solid bounce. They did take that off watch, but now I'm looking at it. Not that bad. Low market cap, low float. It's up over 50% right now. Solid push from open price. Here we are coming to VWAP. We'll see if it holds up here. I think if it holds up here in VWAP, it might and starts continuing this uptrend. We could get a push to the 240s, 250s. But after that, I would definitely be patient because it does have some resistance in the mid twos, the 270s, high twos as well. So you definitely keep an eye out for that. But it's got a low float. It's failing to break down in a way. It's right around 2. And if this could keep marching back, a lot of shorts will probably get squeezed out if it breaks the mid twos. But it definitely is just a waiting game for now because it had a nasty fade from the pre-market highs, and that's why I ended up taking it off my watch. Same with GMDA. Was it working?
No, I think it's fine.
Oh, okay.
But I took, well, this should be off now. There we go.
Ooh, CYN. Going red green. Out of the watch list. Making a higher low. I'm looking for that 3 previous high at daybreak. It's been doing good volume the past few days. Well, actually not the best, really that first day. It's been fading in volume, but it's also failing to break down. It's actually been uptrending and making new highs each day. So I think shorts are having a hard time pushing this lower. It continues to come back each time. And I think at some point, they're going to get tired of it and it's going to take off. So who knows when that will be. But right now, look, it does have resistance in the 3-ish area, all the way in the low 3s to mid 3s, even in the high 3s. So that's probably why it's having a little bit of a hard time really getting a move on. But I think if it comes back to a previous high at daybreak, volume really picks up, I think we could really get a move to test the mid 3s, at least. Sky H holding up. high up a little bit, but not retreating. The volume's still coming in pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, now we'll just see how this keeps holding trend right around this previous high day, which was, what was it exactly?
11:20, something like that.
11.18. So yeah, if it keeps holding up here, the low 8s, making higher lows the way it was yesterday,
Low 11s.
or so, 8s, 11s, my bad. I was thinking of yesterday. This could, with a float that it's got, 10.4 million, if volume could really come in, I think shorts will get squeezed for a solid 20% or so.
Keeping on real light volume. Just taking 50 shares. Of course, that candle finishes red.
With some good fucking line.
Not like that. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Just tap 269, just not taking off yet. See if we keep holding up and come back. Right now, I'm not a huge fan of that one. But this is it developing, getting stuffed. Buyers coming back to hold it up. Just the battle between buyers and sellers until one side wins. Some decent selling it had and it still held up here. Check the scans. Is there anything new? No.
Check ATER.
Yeah,
There we go. New highs. Look at
what?
that. SKYH.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. You just stare at this like fuck.
I had the right idea. It was just a little too early. I was expecting. I mean, and it did hold. I was expecting to go up to hold a little bit better.
It's got faked out.
This little fake out here
Yeah.
made me nervous. I didn't want it to just completely break down. But I liked the volume that it was coming in. I liked how it came up, and we were testing that previous high of day. the volume when it was dipping here was not that much compared to the buying, and I was just, you know, a minute too early, even though that's a big selling candle. But still holding. What else do we got?
I don't know. There's really not much right now. Check out GOVX. One I see a little bit moving. Little float, little market cap. Okay. Breakout over 124, high day 127. Some solid volume coming in today. Resistance I see in the 140s, 50-ish area, bless you. After that, 180. Malaria vaccine patent, okay. What's the open price? $1. Holding that pretty well. Yeah, okay, we'll see how this keeps uptrending. Probably will be playing the open price. Probably will be waiting for pre-market highs and the high day to really break, since that's lined up with
The breakout
the
level.
breakout level. So now it's just checking out if it keeps uptrending. History isn't great, so I definitely know shorts are packing this, and if it fails to break down, they'll definitely get squeezed. They might end up taking over at the end of the day, but at some point, if they're caught slipping, they're packed in too early, and it keeps holding up, they'll likely get squeezed.
So far, this is holding. It still needs time to prove itself.
Sometimes, yeah, that's what trading is. Not the most exciting. Getting that rush. Sometimes it's just sitting back, waiting for things to line up. That's really it. This thing's still holding up, even with all that selling. It's holding up. FRGE moving. From last week.
I don't know. I'm kind of liking this right now.
Yeah, now it seems like it's more confirming the breakout, the previous high day.
Yeah.
Higher low, even though it was a nasty little dip, but but it's a higher low. And now if it keeps holding up, this is going to be another higher low. Veer on the move for a red to green move, it looks like. And that's not that far off from previous high day. That's one that I think if it goes red to green, we could try to get a push to 17. Or VERU. You in this one yet? Oh, you are.
I'm not in it. I'm kind of. I want to be in it. Kind of waiting to see how it holds.
GovX, GOVX is holding not bad right here, making a higher low. 116, that might be.
I have my alert set for that.
Yeah, I might get a starter here on a higher low and then add more into the breakout. That's what I'm also thinking. Also, VERU is really catching my attention.
GOVX 117. This is gonna bug me.
What, having a couple options?
Well,
No,
that, but then, like, kind of just hesitating to buy. I mean, it still hasn't done anything, but.
GovX, hard time. Coming back. Wait on an entry there. I'm really digging VERU, for being honest. Holding up. If this can come back, break 14.
This is bugging me.
This is looking good too. It's been a choppy play ever since that first day. I remember looking at it. VERU holding up. Look for that red to green or previous high day break to test 17. Line's picking up a bit. Uptrending. Able to make a new high. Let's see how it reacts here.
Should have been in at 11:25. Thought about
Now we got that confirmation.
taking a re-entry here in the 11:30s.
Mhm.
Kind of just hesitated. Still not making the ideal move. It needs to really.
Still needs to really get the push, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Those would be like the ideal entries. Even when I was thinking about taking a starter here in like the 1060s, wouldn't have been bad. I'll accept the loss on this. Alright, I'll accept it.
You have no choice.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, when it comes to, you know, taking losses, there are stupid losses and there are good losses. I would say this is a decent loss.
Right in between. Not that great.
It's not great because
Yeah,
I
emotional
could've-
sell into
emotional sell. I could have been a little bit more patient with the dip buy here. Definitely should have taken some in the 1130s when it was holding up. Because I have a really tight stop. I could either risk this low here of 1060. I can risk, just that whole dollar of 11. I could risk, a little over 11, risking that VWAP.
Nothing really crazy this morning. All the crazy plays have been happening pre-market. Just take off, and then nothing happens all morning, and then we get something midday or later.
Well, maybe you just gotta wait.
Yeah.
And that's just how trading is.
You don't need to trade every moment of the day or whatever. Just
have your top. Be up in the morning. Have your top watches. See what's spiking, what's holding up. Set some alerts, and just keep an eye on it throughout the day. You don't have to be behind your computer watching it like a hawk, but so like I said, set those alerts. I don't know if you're able to look at the tickers on your phone, but that's like what we would do. Step away, just check your phone, and we can see what's going on. Come on, I want this thing to just rip now. Because I'm imagining if
making higher lows.
I'm imagining if I did take my starter here like I originally thought, maybe had a better entry here and maybe didn't cut up, stop out, and then added here. I could have 3 beautiful entries, and if this thing rips off and goes up to 13, it would be a really nice play. Because the previous high of daybreak yesterday was really nice, and you can see it's really starting to
continue that uptrend and hold that break.
Yeah.
I've been eyeing this since that first green day, looking for that 775 previous high daybreak. It was so choppy that day.
I didn't.
And then from there, it's just gradually, it just kept going higher.
I didn't give it enough attention.
I didn't either because I missed yesterday's move. But I had it on my watch list. But I still missed it.
Here we go. New high. Beautiful. And kind of just got stuffed.
Again. Choppy play. Something you just gotta trust the trend.
Yeah, honestly.
You'll get faked out with looking at it minute for minute.
Yeah.
Just if it keeps holding higher lows until it cracks the previous low, chart should still be intact. Same thing goes for the level 2. You'll get faked out. I really look at it to try to get a top or a bottom, see how the momentum's shifting.
Or is that a key level?
That's what I was gonna get to. That's why I'll usually look at it near a key level. Okay, looks like it's done. It's still holding up in price, but it's definitely downtrending. Now I'm looking at the price. I might take a position here. It's getting a break close to new highs, and that's 20 cents away from that's green. Decent volume perk. Here we go, new highs. Let's see. or red to green, previous close. Took a quick starter, 50 shares. Looking to re-add when that area confirms. I don't want to just slap it. Sometimes it needs some time to really develop. We'll see how the mid-13s keep holding. VWAP will catch up to there. I'll keep making new highs for now. Fine by me. I'll look for it to take off, come back, stabilize again, and try to make a new low, a high low. Still have to break previous high, which is 1437. So it makes sense that we're getting a little tough time here at 1430s, 1420s. Still continuing some volume to come in, looking good. Here we are, breaking the previous high day. Now we're getting a little aggressive with the push. Let's go. Unfortunate, this is just a starter, but we'll be able to add in a bit. We'll see. Just read the chart. I'm thinking he could get to 16, 17, so I don't mind adding on a dip back in the low 14s. Yeah, so now I'll probably be risking right around the 1360 area. You know, VWAP is now 1370s. It's coming up there. It should be getting supported in the high 13s, low 14s. If it really comes back to the mid 13s and cracks below, that would be pretty concerning to me. And this pullback here, not unexpected. They don't just go straight up and down. They need some time to really stabilize for new moves. So we'll see what happens here. It's not set in stone that this thing is going to take off because it's red to green. So we're just looking for that trend to keep holding and just for that momentum to continue. Just for buyers to keep coming in. It might get sold off into, but you know, read the volume, the price action. Sometimes you'll get an aggressive sell-off, but there's no volume behind it, or there's a decent amount of volume behind the pullback, but it keeps holding up. It makes a higher low, and strength still continues as that all that selling that it just had does nothing to it. Here we are, new highs.
Very nice. Did you get a position?
Yeah, just 50 share starter for now. Damn. 50 shares are at 1414.
See, I'd be nervous buying there.
That's why I only put 50 shares.
I know, but still, 50 shares for me would still, I'd be way too nervous. 50 shares at
Didn't
14.
you just put 50 shares on SkyH? It's right around the same price.
Yeah, but a little bit different. It was right there at the previous high of day.
Oh, compared to this one, while it's still spiking.
Yeah, exactly.
Still saw a good risk reward. Risking off the mid 13s. Small loss if it doesn't work out.
Still holding that.
Yeah.
Beaver, I mean, now if it can hold previous high of day for a little while,
Yeah.
I'll be interested in
Yeah, it might pull back.
That's to be expected. They don't just go straight up and straight down. Ooh, dude, the book.
Oh yeah, I did forget that.
I forgot it too last night. And you have that other one?
What other one?
The new one.
Yeah, it's in my house.
Well, yeah, but I mean, did you already read it?
No, it's been less than a day. What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I thought you read it.
No,
How was I supposed to know how long you've had it for?
because I said it's a new book.
Yeah, well, I thought you just read it and then you're like, this is a good book, so that's why you read
Oh,
it.
that's what you meant. No,
Yeah.
no.
So yeah, I figured you read it and you're like, oh, this was a good book, so that's why you were. But when you're done with that one,
Gotcha. See you,
toodaloo.
bro. Have a good one. Sin. What's CYN doing? I forgot about that. Holding up decently. I can still be a $3 previous high daybreak. Solid consolidation in the mid twos. Holding up.
I would definitely be disappointed if this fails. So far holding nicely, a nice little bounce back into the 1190s.
Damn. GOVX.
Yeah, still holding up.
I just noticed that. Came back.
Making higher lows.
Yup.
Now holding VWAP. Is trying to
Yeah,
at the moment.
before it was making lower highs. Now we held that 105 open price, right above open price. Now we're making higher lows. This thing could really be a nice play. I think here, yeah, low float. Now I really hope he does what I want, because I'm gonna be annoyed if this works out. Take the wrong one. I like how this last dip on VRU was on pretty light volume. See how this works out. Trying to watch the 5-minute candle more, chart more. Just try to keep myself calm, because I do expect this to be quite a choppy move to get to the 16, 17 area. Oh, 15. I'm gonna have a small trade. Not gonna get the odds I want. highs, looking good. You know, it's having a hard time really take off, but it is still uptrending and making new highs, showing strength. Trying not to get faked out by the minute by minute movement and over analyzing that. Just look at the broader trend. What's it doing? It's showing some choppiness. Our time around 15, high 14s here. So maybe it does end up pulling back, and I get the pullback that I want to add into for another move higher. But for now, looks like 15 is giving it a hard time.
That sounds like a toy.
You got it. 15. Get going a bit.
Just like that in high day. Barely.
Yeah, less than a penny. But it's holding up here.
This KY8 still holding up too.
RDBX is trying to hold the 385 breakout level. That won't be a play until later if it does hold up, but just something. It's got a solid double bottom at 380. A decent little perk here. Let's see if it, starts uptrending. Some serious buying comes in. Just looking around, definitely notice that's a solid bottom right there for now.
Solid double bottom.
Oh, damn. Volume is kind of fading here. Might get a pullback. But I do have to get going here in a sec. You're holding up. Back to 15. Closer to it. Okay, not the most active morning. Definitely. We'll see if later on some serious action comes through. Viru is looking good. I have a very, very small position, so I'm not really worried about this play. Whatever it does, at this point, I'll probably just stop out for a scratch if it pulls back. Not too concerned. Could always rebuy with some better size. But for now, for me, I gotta get going. I don't see anything spectacular. What's CYN doing? Oh, and EVO, okay, definitely. Okay, so let's see how you. Never mind. Sorry, I meant GOVX. choppy, but it's got pennant happening, working out. Seems like kinda. But I do like the uptrending that's happening. Some solid buying that came in right around 7:05, right here. 10:05 Eastern. We got a solid push. I think a 120 break could be a decent risk reward, around off of 115 ish.
I'm just staying patient, waiting for it to break out and confirm the breakout.
Nice, Viru, nice. Mid 15s. Damn it, not gonna get the size I want. So nice to see the thinking here working out. Definitely. Wish I had more size in it. Got in a bit more to the choppiness in the mid 14s.
I thought you were in at 14.
Yeah, but adding.
But you added?
No, but I'm saying I should have added
Oh.
in the choppiness as it was still holding up in the mid 14s.
Yeah, it's still a little
Going higher.
speculative.
But for now, this is working in the direction that I want. I think it could still move another $1.50, maybe $2. But that's 17.5 resistance. That's really the goal, to get to there. Maybe get stuffed somewhere in the 16s. We'll have to judge it by the chart and volume and everything. But so far, this is in the direction I want, and I'm happy about that. I just don't like the small size. At least we get to see the psychology about this and how we're approaching it, just really following the trend while we're in the trade and not worrying too much about the minute for minute action. So yeah, hope that live trade was useful. I'll post what I end
You
up.
still holding?
Yeah, it's just small size. I'm gonna walk away with a scratch off of, probably risking off a VWAP. If it holds up, I'll just rebuy. But right now it's just small size, so I'm not worried about. I'm up $50, $60. Alrighty. So we'll probably be back later on. We'll tweet out when we will. Are you still gonna be on this channel, Jim?
Yeah, I'm probably
Okay.
gonna take a
Okay,
5-minute break
alright,
real quick.
Sounds good.
And
Well, I'll catch you guys later. Have a great morning. Hope we learned something today together. I'll make a video lesson in a bit. But besides that, we'll be back.
yeah, just give me a few minutes. I'm gonna get some water. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Ooh, this is pulling back. Okay, so I would have taken a loss on this probably. Keep an eye on GOVX. I think this could be a good potential breakout play. A roughly 7 million float, 8.2 million market cap, super low, and it's trading, you know, almost 16 million in volume today. Does have positive news. It's only up, you know, 35%. It doesn't have a great history of really holding its spikes or even having big first green days. But I like the potential, because that also doesn't mean it can't have a big spike and then finish red. I don't expect the breakout to really fully work, but I think as long as this keeps holding up and failing to break down, and we can really prove to confirm that breakout level, and it wants to hold that, you know, right there with high of day holding that breakout level, really, you know, getting shorts really nervous. They're probably risking high of day. You know, we start messing around with those key levels and breaking above those and really proving to hold them. I think we can get a nice squeeze up to 140s maybe. 140s, yeah. A lot of resistance up in here, so I think we can get up to the 140s. But so far, pretty boring morning. Here we go, getting a nice little spike up into the 120s. Nice little failure to break down there. Now, I thought about taking a position earlier in here when it was really holding VWAP. Was thinking about taking a starter for it to test the breakout and see if we can test and, you know, get that confirmation, and then just basically risk VWAP and basically this trend here. But I kind of sat on my hands. I figured I'd just, you know, be patient, wait for the breakout level. Definitely a nice little sign there. Nice little failure to break down. See if it can continue to hold, and see if we can get into a nice tight range. So if that range, once that range starts to get really tight, is you know, more of the ideal entry. Wait for that, you know, wait for it to really pick a direction. Looks like we're testing that breakout level. And I don't want to take it as it's breaking here because you still have that high of day of 127. And I know everyone who's shorting this is going to be risking off that high of day, not the breakout level. So it still needs to prove that it wants to hold. I don't want to be buying into a top. Hey, knock it off. Want to go outside? Come on. I'm sorry, for anyone who's new, I do have a 4.5-month-old puppy, and he is a handful, so sometimes I have to get up and make sure he's not chewing on something or scratching at the door to get out to go to the bathroom. So we did make a new high there of 129. But now I really want to see how this breakout level holds. Doesn't have to hold to a T. It's not an exact science, but just think of a range. So I'm taking a starter here. Really looked like that 124 was going to hold, but now it's not, so that's great. This is not what you want to see. Right as I buy. I really don't want to sell into weakness. It's a big selling volume bar there. And that's exactly what I wanted to avoid, was buying the high. I'm just going to cut it because this is looking ugly. So I had to just eat a $50 loss. It's not a big loss. It's only $50, but just a little too early with my entry. Really thought it was going to hold the breakout level here and we were going to get a nice bounce instead of having this big washout. So it's definitely my fault getting in too early. So like I said before, I need to, I wanted to see this hold the breakout level and really prove itself. And it's only been 1 minute before, I was taking that entry just because it looked like it was holding. And then seconds later, it has that washout. So if I would have just waited 15 seconds, I would have, known not to buy. And that was just a fake out. RDBX still holding that breakout level. So keep that on watch. VRU's definitely pulled back. So it looks like Fatty probably cut it for a scratch. He was in at 413 to test. What was it? Test previous high of day. Looking for a previous high of day break to test 16 back up here in these highs where it has resistance. He just had small size. He was never able to add. So he was just willing to take a scratch on it. Hi, crazy. But so far, a pretty boring morning. Nothing great. I was watching this, took a small loss on it this morning. I was buying this dip and it just dipped. Had this quick little washout here that scared me out, so I cut it right away. And it instantly came right back and held, and I kind of sat on my hands on this ad here, or this re-entry. And had a little spike up into the low 12s, but it ended up failing anyway, so would have been a loss no matter what. GOBX is annoying. But that's why you have to be patient. That's honestly really why you have to be patient with these plays and let them prove themselves. Waiting 1-2 minutes is not enough. You need, it may look like it's bottoming or it's holding something, and sometimes it does, but I like to wait like 5-10 minutes, and I just broke my rule. I got a little emotional. I saw that it was holding. I wanted to just take an entry, and it was just too early. This is our watch list we posted this morning. So if you guys want some tickers to look at, here you go. But not a whole lot going on. So I would just probably take a look at these tickers and, you know, see how they're doing. A lot of them aren't doing great. Jax. See, this is failing now.
What are you doing?
Apologies, my dog is wild. So, CYN. We're just looking for a previous high of day break over 3. Keeps making higher lows, failing to break down even though the volume is fading. You know, just looking for it to really get some volume, break past that previous high of day, squeeze out shorts, get a squeeze up into the mid 3s. Back up in here. Let's see. We had JZXN, one of the gappers in the morning, but that's failing. And not totally failing. So what I'm going to do is, how we look for this is, you know, just wait for a failure to break down. Open price here is, what is 189. So wait for, you know, it's failing to break down. It's putting in a bottom, looks like at 170. It's a low float, low market cap. Looking for an open price reclaim, a VWAP reclaim, 2 bullish kind of signs there, and 2 key levels. Look for that. You know, it's got high of day at 217, but we think it can get up to, you know, pre-market highs of 250s. Oh my goodness.
Bad boy. Strong.
Apologize, everybody. But like I was saying, wait for an open price reclaim, VWAP reclaim, 2 key levels. you can go those levels to test high of day and see how high of day tests, and if you get that high of day break, that next key level is going to be 256. So I'll just keep an eye on these, set an alert. What did I just do? So another gapper that we saw. So it was the same idea as JZXN, just an open price VWAP reclaim, failure to break down. I don't really like this as much, so we'll just kind of go on to the next one. We already kind of went over CYN. CRXT, we're kind of waiting for a multi-day bounce, but we, very speculative because it did have an offering at like $1.10, and that doesn't really fit our criteria for the multi-day bounces. So we're just going to kind of see how it plays out. Just something to keep on watch. RDBX still holding that breakout level, at least trying to. So see how it holds. Doesn't have to hold to a T, but if it can overall hold that level and fail to break down, it could be something. Maybe not today, but maybe this week for sure. ATR got the gap, but now it's just kind of fading back down to 7. Back down to 5. So nothing great there. Has resistance up in the 6s, 7. So right now, not a whole lot going on. So I'm probably going to call it a morning, just because it's super slow. I'm going to stay behind my computer though, and I'm going to kind of just watch the market. I'm probably going to get some breakfast, see if I can get some energy out of this dog here so he takes a nap, and see what ends up holding up. If anything else pops up on our screeners, anything that we're interested in and looking at like we might want to take a trade on, we'll alert you on Twitter and let you know that we're going to go live, and we'll be back. And we'll be back for sure for Power Hour to get that last hour of the day, kind of go over the day and any questions and everything like that. So boring morning. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's trading sometimes. So we'll catch you guys later.